Now, in our previous problems, the connections we considered are essentially just flanges of the same shape connected together by bolts. But in most steel connections, in more advanced subjects sa third year, we could have plates fastened to another member that use bolted connections. So in this problem, we have a plate fastened to a fixed member. Ito yung fixed member natin. Ayan. By identical 420mm diameter rivets arranged as shown. So ito yung apat na rivets natin. Now what we want to compute are the maximum and minimum shearing stresses developed in the rivets. So let's go back sa problem 1. Notice na the larger the radial distance is, mas malaki yung stress na kinikerry niya. Kasi di ba sa problem na to, P2 governed kasi yan yung outer layer. So the outermost bolt group pala would be the most stressed. Basically, the farthest from the center. So, kung titingnan natin yung figure, symmetrical lang. We have 3 distances of 80. So, the centroid of this bolt group would just be located sa gitna lang din. Since symmetrical, we don't have to solve the centroid. So, yung center nito, andito lang. But in the case na hindi siya symmetrical, then we would have to use Varignone's theorem. So, yan yung centroid ng bolt group. The farthest from the center would be these 2 bolts na nasa dulo. Then, yung pinakamalapit naman, itong dalawa. So, less stress yung mai-experience nila. Now, we have 14 kN applied downward. Dito naman sa right side, upward. Now, these 2 forces are acting on opposite directions. But, the same yung magnitude nila. Diba? 14 kN. Ano yung tawag natin dyan? 2 forces acting on opposite directions, same magnitude, and separated by a perpendicular distance. Diba, yan yung tinatawag natin na couple sa statics of rigid bodies. So, kapag couple, yung net force nila, if we will sum up forces vertical, 14 downward, 14 upward, the net force will be 0. So, yung effect na lang niya would be the moment caused by these 2 forces, identical forces. Now, that will be force multiplied by the perpendicular distance separating the 2 forces. So, di ba ito yung perpendicular distance? Ayan. This will form a 90-degree angle. Now, this perpendicular distance is equal to 80 multiplied by 3, which is 240 mm. So, ito yung distance ng couple. Ano yung 14 multiplied by 240? Couple moment. Ayan. 14 kN times 240. Di ba, this will give us 3,360 kilonewton meter. Ayan. Yung direction niya is counterclockwise. Upward dito, left dyan. Counterclockwise yung ikot. So, sulat natin yung resulting couple moment. Ayan, 3360 kilonewton mm. Now, since identical yung materials natin, we can use the relationship na P1 over R1 equals P2 over R2. Ayan. So, since natanggal na natin yung dalawang 14 kN, we can just consider the moment. Remove na lang natin. Ito yung couple moment. So, this will cause a counterclockwise rotation, meaning, to maintain equilibrium, since fixed member yung nasa likod, then this should not rotate. Meaning, di ba fixed yan? If counterclockwise rotation yan, yung reactions natin, reactions ng rivets, should cause an opposite motion. So, opposite ng counterclockwise is clockwise, meaning, yung P1 saka P2, P2 for the outermost layer, should be directed this way. Ayan, para sa right side ng center. Ito naman yung P1. And since alam natin na yung outermost layer, yan yung pinakamalaking force na dadalhin, yan yung magdadala ng pinakamalaking force, then we scale it. Ayan, mas malaki yung P2 kaysa sa P1. Now, about the center naman, para sa left side, P1 must be directed upward to cause a clockwise rotation. Ganyan, opposite dito. And P2 rin shall also act upward. P2 and P1. Ayan. Now, from the center, ito yung centroid ng bolt group, going to P1, we have a distance of kalahati ng 80. This will be 40 mm. And from the center naman, going to P2, extend na lang natin yan. We project a vertical line. This will be 40 plus 80 mm. Ayan, 80 plus 40. So, 120 mm. So, P1 is to R1. R1 is 40. This shall be equal to P2 over 120. So, P1 in terms of P2 will be P2 times 40 divided by 120. And we can further simplify. 40 over 120 is equal to 1/3. So, P1 is equal to 1/3 of P2. So, equate natin sa formula ng torque. T is equal to PRN. But we essentially have 2 layers. the first radial distance is 40, the second naman is 120. So we can denote this as R1, ito naman R2. So we would have T is equal to P1 R1 multiplied by N1 plus P2 R2 multiplied by N2. Ayan. So the torque will be equal to P1. P1 in terms of P2, we would have 1/3 P2. Ayan. Pinalitan natin yung expression ng P1 in terms of this. Then R1 is equal to 40. Now N1, number of rivets sa innermost layer, we have 2. Then plus P2 R2. R2 naman is equal to 120. And N2 is also equal to 2. The outermost layer. Ayan. Dalawang rivets. And yung torque natin is actually this couple moment. So 3360 kilonewton mm. Lahat ng mm magka-cancel sa R1 saka R2. So our resulting unit for the force is in kilonewtons. We copy this one. So solve natin si P2, we would get 12.6. So P2 equals 12.6 kilonewtons. And solving P1, since P1 is 1/3 of P2, we would have 1/3 multiplied by 12.6, which will give us, just divide this by 3, ayan, we have 4.2 kilonewtons. And so solving the maximum and minimum shearing stresses, the minimum shearing stress would correspond to the smaller force. The smaller force is 4.2. So 4.2 kilonewtons, convert this into newton para megapascal yung result natin. Ayan, times 1000 para maging newton. Area is pi over 4. Diameter of the rivet is 20. So 20 mm squared. This will now be newtons after multiplying by 1000. So our minimum shearing stress would be equal to 4.2 times 1000 over pi over 4, or 0.25 times pi multiplied by 20 squared. So we have 13.369 megapascal. Then for the maximum shearing stress naman, we will use the larger force, which is P2. That would be 12.6. So 12.6 multiplied by 1000, then divide natin by the area. Pi over 4 multiplied by 20 squared. So this will give us 40.107. Unit is in megapascal. Ayan. However, instead of using these formulas, we can also use the alternative one, yung gagamitin natin TR over J for the shearing stress. Ayan. T min or T max. We have the general formula T times radial distance divided by J. But the J we will be using would be the polar moment of inertia of the bolt group. Now, na-solve na natin yan sa previous example and na-check natin na same result lang. The torque is equal to 3360. The smallest radial distance is equal to R1. So we can denote this as also equal to ρ1. And the largest radial distance is equal to 120 mm. So we denote this as ρ2. Ayan. So for tau minimum, we use ρ1. And for tau maximum, we use the largest radial distance corresponding to ρ2. Ayan. So, minimum, use 40 mm and lagyan natin ng comma 120 mm for minimum and maximum. Now, we divide this by J. Yung J naman, again, that would be equal to A multiplied by ρ squared. Summation of A multiplied by ρ squared. Now, yung area is common lang. Identical kasi lahat. So, area is pi over 4 multiplied by 20 squared. Ayan. Now, yung km dyan, pwede natin gawing newton. So, just multiply everything by 1000. Ayan. Now, merong dalawang bolts separated by a distance na 120 mm from the center. So, dalawang 120 mm square natin. Yan yung expression na yan. Rho squared. Then, plus, dalawang bolts din separated by 40 mm from the center. So, times 40 squared. Ayan. Essentially, sinamap lang natin yung x squared plus y squared. Walang y squared since horizontal yung bolt group. So, yung x lang yung sinamap natin. So, 120 saka 40. But, this is still equal to the radial distance since isang line lang. So, we will try to compute 3360. First, we use 40. Then, again, our conversion factor is 1000. And we have pi over 4 times 20 squared, then multiplied by 2 times 120 squared plus 2 times 40 squared. Ayan. Therefore, our minimum shear stress would be 13.369. Diba, same lang kanina, minimum. And then for the maximum, just change 40 into 120. So we have 40.107 MPa. So same results pa rin. That's why this is a very useful formula if same yung material. Same material and same size. So we could still obtain the same values.